What's going on, guys? Justin from H2O Plants, and today we're going to be taking a look at some Tropica goods that we recently got in. So as you know, in the past a couple months ago, we started carrying the Tropica plants, the potted plants, the tissue cultures, and they did really well. They sold out a lot, and we got some more recently in, and they're doing really well. So I figured let's give some of the dry goods a chance and see how they sell on the website, if there is a good demand for them. And I figured I'd make you a video just showing you what we got in and what you can essentially purchase from our site. And if you're not familiar with Tropica, Tropica is a brand known worldwide essentially for their plants and their products. They're probably the top 3 out of all the aquatic plant distributors and other product distribution, and they're just really quality products. And so I decided let's take a look at some of their dry goods, see how people respond to them, if there's a demand for it, and that's what we're going to go over today. I guess first let's start off with some aquascaping tools, especially in this time of being quarantined and locked down inside your house. Having some nice tools to do maintenance with and or rescape is really nice. So we have here in 9-inch tweezers that are really nice. This is them here, and they have a nice fine grip there. I don't know if that's going to focus too well, but these are great at planting plants down in the substrate, doing root tabs, any sort of little maintenance that you have to do that maybe you don't want to stick your whole arm in the tank. You might be able to reach it depending on the size of your aquarium with these. They're excellent to have. Having a pair of tweezers is always a good thing. If it's one thing that you need, it's like a good pair of planting tweezers. Next up, there's some 6-inch spring scissors. Now these are super, like the cutting quality, like just the smoothness is nice. I've had some other brands in the past, and I don't remember them being nearly as smooth as this. So I don't know if they're maybe well oiled or something or whatnot, but they're really good quality. And they're spring scissors, and the reason being is when you're inside your tank trying to trim stuff, you don't want to be like, with a normal pair of scissors, sometimes it's difficult to do it in smaller to reach places. So like these scissors are 9-inch curved scissors. So these are great for trimming carpets and whatnot, right? But if you have a really tiny place that you want to get into, these are going to be really hard to maneuver, right? So that's where these come into play, is you can really just get down in there in between some rocks or driftwood and cut what you really need to cut. And cutting plants is, it's a precision task. You don't want to just be cutting all, without a care. You want to really be accurate what you're doing, and these are great dexterity tools to being able to do so. So definitely take a look at the stainless steel set. They're essentially, these 3 are what I would recommend anybody to have in their collection for maintaining aquariums. Yeah, they're a little bit expensive, but stainless steel is what you want to get, and they're not going to rust on you, which is important. I've had cheap tools in the past. They start to rust, and then they're just no good to you. Like the scissors will lock up. Always dry them too. Don't, just because they're stainless steel, don't assume, oh, they're stainless steel, I don't have to dry them. Always dry them, take a cloth, wipe them down after use. Very important. But those are the tools, very key indeed. And then let's take a look at a couple of the other products that we have. So a bunch of people always ask, I need substrate, where can I get it? Well, we now have these Tropica bags of Aquarium Soil here. And these are just as good as essentially any other like ADA aqua soil type substrate. They're small pelletized, they're not uniform, so they won't compact, which is nice. They will provide excellent nutrients at the roots to the plants. They will provide a healthy healthy environment for roots to grow. That's important. You don't want roots getting compacted by like sand or fine granules. These will be able to be nice and aerated for the roots. It also reduces pH and KH, so it helps buffer your water stuff. And this is a 3-liter bag. Right now we only ordered 3-liter bags because the 9 liters are a bit bigger, and I don't know how well they'll do, but maybe in the future we'll have them depending on when you're watching this video. But a 3-liter bag essentially is good for about a 5 to almost a 10-gallon tank. So if you have like an 8-gallon, I don't know, beta bowl, this is good. If you have a 10-gallon tank, you could probably use this for about half of the tank and like separate it with maybe some regular sand. Maybe you have one area that you don't plant at all, and you do like sand and rocks and stuff, and then the other side you do plants, and you put this behind it. But this is probably good for one 5-gallon tank. And you know, you might be able to spread it out more, but I don't want to give you, say, yeah, it's good for a 20-gallon tank, and then you're really short. So 5-gallon tank will give you a nice, nice height to the substrate level, so you can plant plants easier and they'll stick better. Next is the Tropica line of fertilizer. Now we have our own fertilizer. It's called Vital X. We sell that on our website, and that's all-in-one. Pretty much just encompasses everything. And you say, well, why did you order this? Well, because a lot of people like Tropica products, and I'm not gonna, you know, tell you can't buy them. If you want Tropica products, these are them. So you have Specialized Nutrition here, which is the green one. This one has pretty much all nutrients needed. So it has everything. It has nitrogen, phosphorus. It also has potassium. I believe it has iron as well. It has potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, sulfur, boron, copper, iron, manganese, I forget what MO is, and zinc. So it has all the nutrients that, you know, any one of the other all-in fertilizers that we sell have, but it is the Tropica line. It's pretty cool looking in a green bottle, I have to admit. It's you know, eye-appealing if you had it on your aquarium shelf or something, you know, that nice bright green. They come in 2 sizes. This one is really tiny, but it is great if you have a, you know, if you're just keeping like a beta bowl, like a, you know, planted beta bowl that's maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 gallons. This is great. You know, maybe this is all you need. People are on budgets right now, I understand that. So, you know, getting yourself a little tiny bottle of it is fine. It's 1 pump. So the tank size, they put it in liters, but essentially it's 1 pump for every, I think it's every 10 gallons roughly. This one might be a little bit different. Let's see. 5 pumps per week, lifetime thing. So this gives you 13 weeks, it says. Tank size is 100 liters. I don't know what that breaks down to off the top of my head. And then this one's for 100 liters as well. This gives you 30 weeks. So this is almost 3 times more than what this one is in volume, and that's what it gives you. So yeah, but this has, you know, all the extra nutrients. Now, what's really nice, and I like this product might actually be something that sells better for, you know, better than all the other stuff, is this red one here, or this orange one, right? This is the Premium Nutrition. This actually does not contain nitrogen, or is that phosphorus? What's P? K is potassium. I think it's phosphorus, which is good because if you think about it, maybe your tank is already high in nitrogen. Maybe you feed a lot. Maybe your water has nitrogen in it. In some cases that can happen. Sometimes they have nitrates already in the water, or your tap water could be high in ammonia, which it will eventually convert over to nitrogen. So maybe you don't need any more nitrogen in your tank. Well, this gives you everything else other than nitrogen and phosphorus. I think it's phosphorus, P. I'm pretty sure that's it. Can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, it's, you know, it contains all iron and other important trace elements required to ensure healthy plant growth in an aquarium. So good stuff. Also comes in a smaller bottle too, if that's what you want to do. A lot of professional aquascapers from overseas swear by this stuff, so figured we'd carry it, and you could get yourself some. So those are the fertilizers. We got over the soil. Last but not least, the root tabs. We also sell root tabs on our website, Vital Tabs, and they're great. I think they're pretty good, but these are the Tropica root tabs here. What they are, they're essentially a very similar thing. They're little pellets, little gel-like capsules that have slow release components into them. So if you ever think of like a Miracle Grow type pellet that you would put on like, you know, like outside plants or house plants, that's essentially what these are. The difference between this and our Vital Tabs is the Vital Tabs that we sell are mineralized topsoil, meaning they're actually soil in capsule form. So you're putting little pieces of soil into your tank, which is better, I think, in my personal opinion, for tanks. But if you don't want the mess of possibly having soil in your tank, then these are just slow release pellets, and they won't really cause that, you know, cause any sort of dust from the dirt, which it's very rare because if you put them all the way down into your substrate, they shouldn't come up, but you know, you never know. So this is just another product if people want Tropica nutrition capsules. Their naming is a bit odd, I have to say, but that's, you know, that's the overseas stuff. You get 10 in a pack, pretty good, I think, and yeah. That's really it. You know, if you're interested in any of these products, head on over to the website. We did only order a little bit of each product this time around, So if you're seeing this video when it first goes up, we may be out of it by the time you get to the website, just because we may not have a lot left. But depending on how they sell is depending on how you'll get more in. If the Tropica Soil sell out a lot, we'll order more. Same thing with the tools, the fertilizers. I don't know. It's really just, we're going to see what sells and what people really want and what people don't really want. So that's about it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button if you learned anything new or anything like that. If you want to leave me a comment down below, let me know if you use, maybe you're overseas, maybe you already use fertilizers, or you're here in the United States from Tropica. Let me know what you think about the tools, the capsules, the soil. Yeah, that's about it. And if you're new here, consider hitting the subscribe button. And if you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. You can click either one of those videos to check out some of our other stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe.